I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and this is our product spotlight for the Adventure 2 Gore-Tex from Sidi. All right, I have on the table in front of me the Adventure 2 Gore-Tex coming from Sidi, who hails out of Italy. This is gonna be the flagship Adventure touring boot in their lineup. If you're looking to possibly upgrade, or if you're just looking for a flagship or a premium boot for adventure touring, this is one you're gonna want to consider. So Sidi, they took the Adventure Gore-Tex, which was a rock solid boot, it's been around for years, very popular, and they did a few upgrades. They upgraded the waterproofing, the material, some of the creature comforts, and we'll talk about those. And you now have the Adventure 2 going into 2017. Now, we got our hands on a pair of these before they were available. We took them out, ran them through the paces on an adventure ride. And overall first impression, rock solid boot, did everything we would expect from a flagship boot in somebody's lineup. And yes, I think they are gonna be definitely worth looking into if you're in this market. And what's nice too, is it did shave 50 bucks off the price, so you're now coming in sub $500 for a premium adventure touring boot. Now before we dive into some of the new changes that they came out with and just all the features that this boot has, let's talk about sizing real quick. Now with all the Sidi boots, you're gonna see European sizes. So you're gonna see 9.5 and some other half sizes in there. Keep in mind these boots tend to run a little bit small. So if you are right between sizes, I would definitely recommend going up one size. Also keep in mind that the toe box on these is a little bit narrower than some of your other adventure boots. So if you do have a much wider foot, keep that in mind. But you guys know the deal, we have our fit guarantee. If you ever get a boot, you're not happy with the size or the fit, send it back to us in brand new unworn condition and we will give you free shipping on your first exchange. Okay, so we talked about fit. But again, comfortable boot. I've worn this boot, walked around in it. Stepping comfort is really good, especially up here in the top. Now in the sole, I'm probably gonna give it like a 7 or an 8 on the stiff scale when it comes to the sole in the front of the toe box, but keep in mind, as you wear these, that will break in and become more flexible as you go. Now, one of the big upgrades and big changes that they came out with this boot is you're not using full grain leather anymore. What they've done, they've gone with full grain microfiber. Now, I know there's a lot of guys out there that just love leather, they don't want to get away from it, but microfiber does have its advantages. Now with microfiber, it's gonna last longer than genuine leather, okay? It's not gonna crack or dry out over time, so you don't need to treat it. It's also gonna repel water a little bit better. So if you do go through some water crossings, if you get stuck in the rain while you're out riding, it's not gonna absorb as much water. So that is a couple big benefits, and that is why Sidi went with that microfiber. Now a lot of guys might wonder, well, does it breathe as well as leather? Yes, it does. This is a Gore-Tex boot, which means guaranteed to keep you dry, guaranteed for life. And in order for Sidi to use Gore-Tex on this boot, Gore-Tex said we have to test the material, make sure it will breathe and live up to our standards. So you can absolutely bet that this microfiber is going to breathe extremely well. Now, if you look at the boot, if I give you kind of a 360 view here all the way around, you're going to have that microfiber, and as you can see, a lot of TPU on this boot. So you're going to have very good impact protection if you were to go down. This boot's going to give you a solid platform to be protected on. If you look at the buckles, 2 buckle design, it's the same cam lock buckles that we saw in the Adventure Gore-Tex, rock solid. They are aluminum and they are replaceable. One screw, if you were to take that out, you can pop that off, put in a new buckle. Cam lock system is very easy to self-aligning. You literally just take your strap, place it in there, and it is going to snap down. So very easy to use. So 2 buckles there, again, replaceable. Then up here at the top, big Velcro panel up here. This is another change that they came out with. They increased the size of the Velcro. So for you guys with larger legs, or if you do wear a brace underneath, they've just given you a little bit more room to get your leg in there and a little bit more flap. So again, you can get that closed. You're not gonna have any issues. Now, if I do open up these buckles, here is probably, in my opinion, the biggest change that they came out with. I talked about earlier, they upgraded the waterproofing, and this is how. So you're getting Gore-Tex, again, guaranteed to keep you dry, guaranteed for life. There is nothing better for that. But if we open this up and we look, here is your Gator all the way up at the top. So your Gore-Tex liner is now coming all the way up to the top of the boot. Most boots, and with the Gore-Tex or the Adventure Gore-Tex previous version, it would stop right about down here, about 3 or 4 inches from the top of the boot. You are now getting that all the way up to the top. Now that might not seem like a big deal, but keep in mind, if you're doing water crossings, if you get stuck in the rain, that extra 3 or 4 inches of that Gator could mean the difference of you having a wet foot or a dry foot. So I love that they have increased the level of the waterproofing at the top of the boot. Now here on the toe box, I forgot to point out, you do have a nice TPU reinforcement there. So you're gonna have it on both sides. You don't necessarily need it on the right side, but it gives symmetry, and it's also just gonna give that added protection to the side that you're gonna be shifting with as well. So if we look at the side here, let me close these buckles real quick. Snap those down. Again, you can see how easy that is. On the front of the boot, I talked about some of the creature comforts that they changed here. So again, you're gonna have microfiber all the way throughout, TPU up here on the top, but you can see there's a little panel right here, and this is Cordura. They added that in to give a flexibility zone right here. So when you step into this boot, step-in comfort's gonna be nice, so you're not gonna have any pinch points right there. Cordura is gonna allow this boot, you can see when I press it forward, it's just gonna allow this boot to flex. It's gonna give better comfort right out of the box. Now if we turn around and look at the back, reinforced heel cup, which is a nice touch. So shock absorbing, you're gonna have injection molded nylon inserts in the toe box, as well as here in the heel cup as well. Now the hinge design on this boot be really good. Same design as the Adventure Gore-Tex. What they did is it just refined the look of it a little bit right here on the medial and the lateral side, but it's the same exact design. So here in the rear, this is the big feature of it. This is gonna be their flex system here in the rear. What I love about it, again, you're getting good lateral stability with the pivot points, but here in the rear, they have a hyperextension stop. So as this boot flexes and moves to the back, there is going to be a contact point right here that's gonna help stop the boot from hyperextending and thus giving you good protection for your ankle. Then you can see nice pop of reflectivity here in the back. And again, there is that Cordura to give you that stretch and that good flexibility right out of the box. Now here in the back, what I like too, you can see when you do step into these boots, they've put this big leather strap. That is just something for you to anchor on and grab onto to help put these boots on. It just makes it very nice. Here on the inside, last thing I'll show you on the top of the boot, nice suede panel on the inside. That's gonna be your heat shield to give a good interface with the bike. And again, that's gonna have good wear characteristics there. So you're gonna have that suede material all the way down the inside of this boot. Now the last thing we're gonna look at, if I flip this over, we're gonna look at the sole. So a bonded non-slip lug design, same design that was Sidi was using on the Adventure Gore-Tex. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's gonna give good grip when you're off the bike and also a nice interface if you are standing up working hard on the bike. So that is the Adventure 2 Gore-Tex from Sidi. Again, they took the Adventure Gore-Tex, rock solid boot, took the technology that was there, stuffed it into the Adventure 2, but again, you're getting upgraded waterproofing, different materials, and a little bit step-in comfort, and I love, again, that they shaved $50 off the price. So again, if you're looking to upgrade, looking for a premium touring adventure boot, one that I would definitely consider, head over to our website at RockyMountain8tvmc.com, read the bullet points. If you have any questions, comment below and we will get your questions answered. Now lastly, if you have not yet, make sure to click subscribe to us on YouTube. That will keep you up to date and in the loop on the latest gear guides, product reviews, and how-to videos that we are constantly rolling out to help you guys out. I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain, and we'll see you on the trails.